Recording. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on the Elites on the Rise. We have this every Monday at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is my time. I know it's 8:30 for some of you guys, Central Time, I believe. So the topic that I'm actually going to be sharing about is Instagram tips. So how many of you guys out here are actually very comfortable with Instagram? And if you're not, that's okay, because I'm going to share some of my tips that have helped me along the way with my Modere business. So super excited to go into this. My name is Cynthia Gleasonn. I'm an Elite 1, Platinum 3, been with the business for about 3.5 years. Super excited to basically just, be here with you guys tonight and just share the knowledge that I've learned from Instagram. I know things are constantly changing, so just know that things do change. What I'm sharing with you is something that has been working for me for the past couple years, but like I said, things are always changing. Quick question: do you guys see me on the main screen, or you do not? You do? Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, because I see myself. I don't see myself, but if you guys could see me, awesome. So first thing that I want to share is the feeling of being lost in the scroll, you guys. We all get lost in that scroll where we're literally going through our Instagram. We know we should be working, but we're just scrolling, right? And it happens to all of us. Completely normal. It's okay. It's just a matter of getting back on track and working while we're scrolling. And that's the beauty about this business, is that we're able to do that, you guys. We could scroll and work and make money. I mean, how amazing is that, right? So for me, it's like the reason I actually got into this type of business was because I would get lost in the scroll for several hours. And then I would get off my phone and be like, oh my God, did I just waste like 2 hours on Instagram scrolling and on Facebook scrolling? Like, what is wrong with me? So I figured, what can I do to be able to make money while I scroll? And then this business basically appeared. So I'm excited once again to share some of these tips. So basically, the whole goal here when you are on Instagram is to share shareable content, stuff that people are going to be able to connect with. We're all very different, you guys. We all have very different personalities and stuff that we can offer. So nobody's going to be the same. You know what I mean? We may be sharing about the same product, but everybody's different and unique in their own way. And that's the beauty about it, because that's what we're going to bring to the screen is our own personality. And those are the people we're going to draw to our Instagram. So don't feel like, oh, you know what, so-and-so is doing this. Maybe I should be like her. You can mimic her a little bit, but always be you. You have to be yourself, because these are the people you're going to attract. And you have so much value that you can offer people. So show it. You know what I mean? We all are very unique. So show that, shine, bring that to your screen, because once again, those are the people you're going to attract to your business. And these are the type of people you want. You know what I mean? So first thing first is 3 things that I do on the daily, you guys, that have helped. And it's super simple. I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible. There is a lot of content that I do want to share with you guys, but I don't want to overcomplicate it. So the 3 things that I do on Instagram every day is post, I engage, and I follow new people. How many of you guys can do that every day? I mean, it's pretty simple, right? Post, engage, follow new people. That's it. How easy is that? So don't overcomplicate the system, you guys. And what we're going to do is, obviously, when you post something, you want to post something that's engaging. You want to post something, and I'm referring to walls right now. We'll go into stories in a bit. When you're posting on walls, you guys, you want to make sure your photo is clear. It looks nice. People are going to be attracted to it. So meaning that when you, let's just say, for instance, when you guys go into certain people's Instagram, there are certain ones that you're just like, ooh, and you make your way out. You don't want to be one of those. You know what I mean? And if you are, you could always fix it. Not a problem. So what I always say is, like, go into your Instagram, look at your last 6 photos. Would you follow yourself? Ask yourself the question, would you follow yourself? If your answer is like, oh, maybe not, then we got to do some cleaning up there, and that's okay. Now, if you're like, oh, okay, I look pretty good, then all right, just keep with that flow. You're obviously doing something right. So just know that the last 6 photos that when you open your Instagram, the 6 photos that you see is the 6 photos people are going to see also. And that's going to be a deal breaker. Either they're going to follow you or they're not. So just make sure to always open up your Instagram, check out how your 6 photos look, and be like, okay, I'm looking pretty good right now. You know what I mean? And keep moving that forward. So that's very crucial, because we are constantly following new people. Now, for those that don't know how to follow new people, and I know it's very, very, very uncomfortable for those that are new to Instagram, it's just a matter of going into the search bar. You can click on places that are near your area, start looking at those pictures that populate and see who grabs your attention. You know what I mean? Somebody that would be literally relatable to you, and go into their page and follow them. That's how we make friends on social media. You guys were being social, so start adding new friends. So go into their page. Another tip that one of my mentors gave me was pick a place in the world that you want to travel to that obviously provides Modere. Pick a place that you would love to travel to, start following people there, because eventually when your team gets so big, guess what? You're going to start traveling and you're going to go travel to that team. Like, how inspiring is that, right? Like building a team somewhere where you want to travel one day. So for me, it would be Europe. It's kind of hard to, I've tried and I have a few, but few potentials, but I'm working my way to Europe. You know what I mean? So think of it that way, you guys. Yes, Di. So think of it that way. Where do you want to travel? And if Modere is there, go follow people there, you guys. Start building a team there. Another thing is I do set a goal every single day to make new friends. My intention is I'm going to be on Instagram. And you know, this also goes with other platforms, social media platforms, you guys. This is not just Instagram. You could definitely utilize this in your other platforms if you're using TikTok. You know, TikTok's a little different, to be honest, but Facebook. I know a lot of you guys are using Facebook because we have all our like tools in there, right? Follow daily. So follow daily, make it a goal. Also, for Instagram, challenge yourself. If you have, let's just say 400 followers, challenge yourself by the end of the month to hit that 1,000. I know it sounds crazy, but you could definitely do it. You know what I mean? If you're consistent every day following, challenge yourself. Hey, my number at the end of April is going to be 1,000 followers, and do it and challenge yourselves. Not everybody's going to follow you back. We all know that, but a good amount will. You know what I mean? So always keep that in mind. Not everybody's going to follow you back, and that's okay. Just like the business, not everybody's going to buy from you, but they might start watching you, and that's the goal. You know what I mean? So you want these people to start watching you. Making new friends. That's my favorite. I love people. I'm a people person. So whenever I'm on social media, I make it a goal to engage with people. That's the whole point of this business. You interact with them, you get a new follower, go into their page, kind of scope it out. You know what I mean? Find a picture that you feel like, oh, you can comment on. That's easy for you. For me, I'm a foodie. How many foodies out here? I love food. We all love food, right? We need it to survive. So I will look for food. And if there's something that looks delicious, I'll leave a comment and then I'll take it to the DM and be like, hey, girl, I just commented on this food post. If they made it, I'll ask a question like, what did you add to it? It looked delicious. Boom. Now you see what I'm doing. I'm not only engaging in the comment, I'm taking it to the DMs and I'm getting a little more personal and starting a conversation with this person. Now, what's going to happen is the algorithm of Instagram is going to detect like, oh, these two are chit-chatting. They must be friends. Now they're going to show more of me on her page and vice versa. I'm going to see more of her. So I always like to tell my team, test the theory, you guys. If there is somebody on your page that you haven't seen forever, go comment on their stuff or even go into their DMs, leave them a nice message. It doesn't have to do with the business or anything. Just leave them a nice message saying, hey, it's been a while since we chit-chatted. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. They're going to respond. And then all of a sudden, boom, now who's on your wall? They are. It's wild how it works, but it works. So I definitely recommend like test it out, see how it works out for you. And then you'll get the idea of how this engagement really, really does work for our business, you guys. So the more you engage, the more people are going to see you and the more that you're going to see them too. So the whole point of this is making friends. And it could be so simple. Like I said, you know, commenting on their stuff, you know, messaging them, you know, compliment them on their family photos. Easter was just yesterday. There, people blasted their walls with family pictures. Great opportunity to be like, oh my God, what a beautiful family picture. How was the weather where you were at? There's a question. Always try to ask questions to create that going back and forth. Because the moment you start doing that, then all of a sudden, once again, they're going to see more of you and you're going to see more of them. So as far as your wall, you guys, when it comes to, let's just say, posting pictures, make sure they're very, very clear. And something about photos when you do post, blue, the color blue, for whatever reason, if there's water in the background, people are drawn to that. So most likely you'll get a like. You're most likely that you'll get a like if there's like a little blue. Like right now I have Kenneth and Rosa on my screen. Your rooms are blue. I'm attracted. My eyes are literally watching you guys. And thank you for the smiles, by the way. But I am watching, like, that's where my eyes are being drawn to. So the color blue, for some reason, the eye, it just gets drawn to it. You know, it's the same like when you see water. Don't you just stop and kind of look and get mesmerized and you're like, ooh, that's beautiful. There you go. Now you see how it's working. So obviously, I'm not saying post every picture blue, but just know if you're around water, if you're around a pool, take advantage of that and take some really nice photos. You know what I mean? They could be super simple, you guys. So as far as your wall, post clear pictures. I kind of went towards the blue because, like I said, you guys are. I see you guys. So with your blue background, or it's like a green. But clear pictures is everything, you guys. People love to see a clear picture. It's kind of, in a way, once again, going back to, would you follow yourself? You know what I mean? Would you follow yourself if you're in someone's Instagram and their pictures are just a hot mess and you're just like, no. Always post clear pictures. Fuzzy pictures, you know, we try to stay away from those. Sometimes it happens. That's okay. There's apps to sharpen them up. So go ahead and download an app and sharpen your picture. It's still doable. But you definitely want to post clear pictures. Now, I always like to say there's the, how can I say, the 4 F's that make it easier for you to post if you're a little lost of what to post: family, friends, food. I have fur babies, so fur babies. Those are pictures that I notice always get a lot of traffic. Like, they get a lot of attention. I post about my dogs, people are all over those. I post about food, forget about it. My family, friends. Selfies are good. It doesn't fall into the F ones. I'm trying to stick with the F so you guys can kind of like, you know, embed that, like, okay, we got the F's, but selfies are great too. So just know that when you guys do post a nice selfie, that also draws attention. Now, another thing that gives you more likes, just so you know, is, you guys know the, and my son just kind of named this, it's called the multi-pic post. You guys probably don't even know what that is, but it's that photo where you like post on Instagram and there's multiple pictures and you have to swipe. You guys know what I'm talking about? Those, oh yeah, if Kenneth, if you go into your Instagram, when you add a photo, sorry, I have you guys all on my screen. I like to see all the faces. When you go into your Instagram, and you go to add a photo, there's a little box that has, like, it looks like there's multiple little squares like stacked. You could add more than one photo. So those are the ones I'm referring to, you guys. So when you actually add more pictures, it gives you a better opportunity to get more likes. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. So what happens is, if somebody is scrolling through the wall and they see one of your pics and they're like, oh, I didn't like it, but then now they see the second one that you posted, because they're going to see it later on as they're scrolling. Maybe that one's going to draw their eye and boom, they're going to give you a like. So just know that those multi-purpose pics are very, very useful, you guys. So use them, especially when, you know, if you don't want to blast your wall with all the same type of photo, you could use the multi-purpose picture and people could actually look through your little, you know, pictures that you did. Carousel, I love that. Yes, that's probably the right name, you guys. I didn't know what the name was. Thank you. I was asking my kids. My kids are 25 and 24, and I'm like, what is that called? And my son's like, multi-purpose pick, or what did he say? Multi-pick post. I said, I'll go with it. It sounds catchy. So anyhow, as far as that gets more attention. Another thing that gets attention, you guys, is screen time on your photo. So you'll find pictures where people post a whole tons of stuff in like I call it verbiage. Like, the verbiage that they post is fairly long. And let me just tell you, if somebody is on your page just staring at a photo for like a minute because they're reading that, that's actually going to up your the algorithm on your photo and post it onto the Explore page, because it means somebody was so interested enough to stay on your pic for so long that it's basically making it seem like this is a good pic. People want to look at it for quite some time. So just always know that too. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Someone said I look fabulous for having 20-year-olds. Thank you so much. So you guys, there's so many tips that I have for you that I want to share. I know I have to kind of squeeze it into a little bit of time and I'm talking a little fast, but I hope you're getting like great tips from just what I've shared so far. So another thing is, looking at my notes, you guys, Stories. Let's go to stories, because I think as far as like our pictures, like we've gotten like, keep them clear, make them look nice, make sure the last 6 photos on your wall look presentable. People are going to be drawn to them. Another great thing really quick is sharing valuable content. You know what I mean? Even in your photos, you guys, always positive posts are really great. That always draws people in. We all need positivity, like all of us. So just know, like, if you do even post a selfie and then just put some, something positive in the verbiage that people can read, now they're going to relate your face with what you just wrote. Now they're going to get to know you a little better of who you are, and that's a great space to kind of share. That's a great space to basically shine on who you are, because people want to get to know you. If they get to know you, then that's how they start joining you on your team. Like, they're like, oh, I like what they wrote. Oh, let me look some more, maybe possibly join the team or purchase the product. You know what I mean? So people have to connect with you before they actually trust you to buy a product, guys. And we've all heard it before. You know what I mean? They have to connect with you. So I'm going to jump into stories real quick. I didn't share much about the product post in the walls because I do like to blast my stories with products. I feel like that's an area where we can be a little more free, a little more, hey, look at what I got. But it's also a space where we have to be very strategic on how we post. Recently, Instagram has gotten very strict. For those that haven't noticed, they've gotten a little bit, I use it a lot. So I noticed that they're a little, and I tested it out because the other day I did put like, I have a sale, and I got a little bit of likes on there, but then I switched up to verbiage where I'm like, hey, it's trim time. I got a bunch of views. So I know there's certain keywords that we have to be careful with, you guys. So just know that it's not necessarily you, it's just Instagram on how it works with the whole like certain keywords and stuff. So just know that don't let this keep you from sharing the product. Just be a little mindful on how you promote it without sounding salesy. That's what I'm trying to say. And we can all definitely do that. You know what I mean? So, but stories is definitely a space where I love to share my products. I wake up in the morning, I take my trim, I let my audience know what it's doing for me, because then they're going to think like, well, I could probably do that for me too. You know what I mean? I share my coffee. I love that logic, you guys. It gets me so focused. I already have energy as it is, but that thing gets me going. So I share that with people. Gives me focus, it gets me that energy, and I can do my tasks faster. And that's the truth. So I share that because some people need that. You know what I mean? Some people are lacking that energy during the day, that they need that extra little boost. This is a great like midday pick me upper. You know what I mean? Post what it's doing for you, basically. Like, post how it's helping you, because then they're going to relate it to themselves and be like, I wonder if it could do the same for me. And then that's how they start connecting with you. Stories is another great place to do polls, you guys. The polls, the GIFs or GIFs, however you say it, use them. Instagram wants you to use their tools. They really do. If you start using those tools, they're going to recognize that. They're going to recognize that you actually use the tools that they're providing. And they're going to acknowledge that, like, as crazy as it sounds, but they will start showing more of you on the Explorer page and whatnot. So just keep in mind, if they provide tools, do your best to use them. And they could be simple tools. You know what I mean? I love to garden. I'm a gardener, you guys. I know that when I garden, I'll ask certain questions of like, oh, just engaging, like, how many gardeners do I got out here? Yes or no? How many people would love to learn how to garden? Yes or no? Like, those are all simple engagements that you guys can do. So make it relatable to what you like to do. And it's so simple. And you can just add a poll here and there, depending on, whatever it is, like wherever you're at. Just create that engagement. It's so important, you guys. Another thing is, don't look too commercially, you guys. And I always share this with my team, like, yeah, post about the product, but don't overdo it. You don't want to look like a commercial, because we all know what happens to commercials. They get skipped. You don't want to get skipped. That's huge. Okay, you want people to be watching you. You want them to continue seeing, like, okay, what does this person have to offer? Like, keep them interested. So keep it a balance in your stories, like post about your lifestyle, post about a product, post lifestyle, post more lifestyle, obviously, than product. Post when you're taking your product. I mean, we're not taking our product all day long. So take it when you do take, post when you do take it, and then share about your lifestyle throughout the day. So that's something that I do. I share my family, I share my pets once again. Um, if my daughter is cooking, I'll put that up. My daughter's very creative. I'll post her stuff. Share. People need to get to know who you are. Once again, that's huge in this business. You know what I mean? And you want to make friends. What better way to make friends than then share what you're basically your lifestyle? And then, of course, throw in the product post here and there so they know what you have to offer as well. Post about the business opportunity, how it's helped your family. I have a lot of people that struggle with sharing about the business opportunity. It could be super simple. Share your grocery cart when you go to the market, you know what I mean? And be like super blessed to have this extra income to be able to buy these groceries. Somebody out there can't buy groceries, you guys. Share how the business has helped you. Think about it. If you're on a vacation and the company helped with that, like share about that. Your kids, you had to buy them cleats for their sports. Those are expensive. Share about that. There's so many different ways that you can share. I just shared with one of my girlfriends today, she lost a significant amount of weight with her trim. I said, girl, go to the store, buy a bunch of jeans, wrap them over your arm, post a story about, look at the jeans that I'm getting because I lost the weight. Boom, now you're hitting too. Like my side hustle paid for my jeans, but I'm also losing weight. You just shared about the product and the business opportunity all in one post. Get creative, you guys. It's super simple. All the stuff is out there. It's just the way we have to train our brain to think like, how can we incorporate it into our post? Without basically saying like, join my team, buy my product, right? So I hope you guys are getting some good tips from this. Another thing that I have to share, and this is something that I joke with my family about, is when sometimes our kids will skip our stories, you guys, it's normal. Our husbands, our wives will do it too. Like, oh, we saw them doing the recording, skip, skip, skip. That actually works against you. Tell your family, do not skip me. You know what I mean? Don't skip my stories. Because Instagram catches on that, oh, their story's not that interested. These people are literally skipping through it. Yeah, it's wild how Instagram works, you guys. It really is. So I always joke with my husband, like, don't skip my stories. And I'll be listening when my story comes up and I wait and hear, is he going to skip it or not? They already know. They don't skip it. They know better. At least in front of me, they don't skip it. So skipping actually does more harm than good, you guys. Just know that. So another thing is, you're going to notice on your stories, you're going to see more of the people you engage with. That's what shows up. Why? Once again, it's the whole algorithm. Instagram detects who you're engaging with. Boom, they put them to the very front. So start making a habit to scroll to the far end until you get to the people that you don't engage with. Start interacting with them. Those are the ones you want to interact with. The ones in the front, you're already doing a great job. That's why they're appearing. Don't forget about them, but you don't need to put too much attention on them unless, of course, they're a potential, then yeah, but make it a habit to basically interact with those that you're not interacting with. That's the whole goal, create more friends. Another thing is reels. Reels is huge right now, you guys. Reels will get you a lot of attention. They're huge, they're a little uncomfortable, but the whole point of this business is to get out of our comfort zone, right? Like we got to get out of that comfort zone. We are literally, if you guys are more comfortable on Instagram than TikTok, start doing those reels because that's what Instagram wants. They're literally like, they're losing people to TikTok. TikTok's a lot of fun. I mean, I love to watch TikTok. I'm not very comfortable doing them, but that's something that I'm working on. So as far as reels, get used to doing them on your Instagram, you guys. Sorry, I have somebody, I don't know where they're at. A little bit of noise in the background. I'm just gonna keep going. But reels, you guys, start getting used to doing those. And I'm one that's like, oh, I can't do the voiceover. Like I'm not there yet. I know I'm gonna get there. So what I started doing was I literally started going through my album and my gallery in my phone, and I started saving videos. Like I actually posted, I did earn my Costa Rica trip 2 years ago. That was my first reel. So I gathered a few little clips of our trip and I put them together. And for those that are new, we earn trips, just so you guys know, we're all going for Cabo, right? So yes, so the Costa Rica trip was one that I earned. So I was like, well, let me try it out. So I literally put a bunch of little videos together of my husband and I in Costa Rica. And that was my first reel. And it came out pretty nice. I got a lot of hits on it. I was like, okay, this feels good. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something something recent, it could be, but you could even go into your galleries and like if you went on vacation, if you did this things with your family, whatever, like you can put a little short 15-second video together, because I think that's how long they are. Get creative, start practicing them. But the reels are huge, you guys. Add some music to them. If you don't know how to do reels, there's tons of videos in YouTube that will show you how to do it. YouTube is your best friend when it comes to learning stuff, you guys. I mean, I know it is for me. So reels is huge. And if you start doing it, if you start doing them, you will get more attention on Instagram. Instagram's going to be like, okay, cool, they're using our tools. They are going to notice that. And once again, you'll show up more on the Explorer page. They'll show more of you. IGTV, I don't know how many of you guys are using that. If you are, that's another tool that Instagram does want you guys to use. And did I say it right? IGTV, yeah. So that's another tool that they want you to use. And basically here you can, if you're uncomfortable doing one by yourself, invite a teammate. Hey, would you jump on one with me? Can I interview you? You know, and I always recommend like shoot them a few questions before you get them on, so then they're well prepared of what questions you're going to ask, and then they could flow with their answers. Prep them, you know what I mean? Like get them prepared. Hey, this is what I'm going to ask you, just so you're aware. And then when they're ready, schedule it and jump on an IGTV. Same goes with customers and their testimonies, you guys. If they've had some great results, invite them. Hey, you know what? I really want to acknowledge you for your amazing results. Would you be willing to jump on an IGTV with me? And not only that, let's say they do get on, now their friends are going to see what the business is all about, and hopefully they purchase. Now that customer is going to get the share of the love referral credit. So there's a lot of little incentives that you guys could offer them, you know, as far as like with jumping on. Um, so that's pretty much it for me today, you guys. I hope you guys got tons of content. I hope it was good. I hope I didn't go too fast, but I wanted to keep it pretty basic, but I wanted to give you guys just enough to work with, to where it's not too like, whoa, that was just too much. You know what I mean? So thank you guys so much for jumping on tonight. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. You made this tons of fun. And I'll see you guys on our next meetings that we have with our team. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you, Cynthia.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Cynthia. That was great. Bye.
Bye, guys.